Welcome back to Truth Bomber TV. We're talking about the lies of racism today and how racism is a design of the ego and it is also a way to control, separate, and divide us from one another. And we want to stop this paradigm of thinking about us being different races, different sexualities, different financial class. All these ways are ways for us to separate from one another when we want to live in unity and cohesiveness. So, how does this work? Racism is an internal trauma, not an outside force. So, we all have been here living in different bodies and cultures for many lifetimes to deepen and develop ourselves. The laws of reincarnating have a perfect order. So, that being said, if you lack compassion, if you're a king and you lack compassion for the servants, then you incarnate as a servant. If you're a servant and you lack compassion or you drop into bitterness or envy or jealousy for the king, then you continue these forces that keep going around and around with the energy between you because there's something going on where you haven't learned what you need to know yet. And the laws of reincarnating have a perfect order. We've all been here in different bodies, experiencing different cultures, being man, being a woman, being black, white, Hispanic, Chinese, all the different cultures. And all this ideas of race and religion and social class and whatever other ways we can think to divide from ourselves is actually a place where we're supposed to come into unity and come into cohesiveness and oneness. And it's supposed to deepen who we are rather than split us apart and divide us. So the laws of attraction also work within the energy body. So if we feel less than, we attract people who make us feel less than. If we hurt others, then we will be hurt. So if you see a lot of things going on with riots and people fighting and this, that, and the other, it's important to stay in a space of non-judgment and unconditional love and let go that each person is having their individual experience exactly as they need to. There's no reason for us to judge it. The divine order of things is always perfect in developing us. So if we have belief systems of different things also, then we have all the right players show up to reinforce them. So if you grow up in a black family that feels like they are subject to this type of racism, then the wheels of belief systems show up where people treat me differently because I'm black. And so it just forms a belief system within you, and you attract people that treat you differently. Or whatever culture, I'm just using black as an example, but there's all kinds of cultures and different ways that these games can play out. So right now, with the riots of America going on, we need to be focusing our time and attention on what is within each person rather than thinking about other people need to change. We need to understand everything is about us. Everything is attracted back to us according to these principles rather than thinking someone else needs to change. Because if you change, then everything you attract to you changes. If you heal your soul wounds, then everything you attract back to you changes. So it's all about doing the inner work so the outside world can reflect those different things to us. So I hope that's helped you to understand what is going on right now and trying to get back to unity and cohesiveness with different races, different cultures, and use our differences between each other in order to do our soul work and seek out our trauma. So if you feel like you're less than and you're attracting people that make you feel less than, then you can start deciding to work on your own self-worth. If you live in fear-based paradigms and you feel like you can't step outside of working for slave wages for someone and start your own business, then you start to hate yourself because you're not following your dreams, your passions, and then that becomes another way that we can hate ourselves or we can hate each other. And so there is a big shift going on right now with the way we think about each other and ourselves. And you can see it in so many people that are talking about these same concepts. I will put a couple links below into some other thought consciousness leaders that really think this idea of black and white itself and separating ourselves at all is not wholeness, and it's still creating division between us. And even if you're a white person saying Black Lives Matter and stand for them, I know it's like we want to do the right thing to have this unity, cohesiveness, but at the same time, until we stop seeing each other as black, white, Chinese, as long as we just see each other as an energy, a spirit, one brother to us, one brother to another, then we can really get to the heart and soul of coming back into oneness and unconditional love and compassion. And even if people make criticisms or judgments about us, when we can hold them in unconditional love and compassion, it continues to make a very high frequency to where you don't create karma yourself. So we are very powerful conscious creators. We just need to learn all of the different ways that we are creating our own suffering so that we can uncreate it. And we have the power to do that. Each and every single one of us does. So thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to the enlightenment and new earth and all the ways that we are breaking out of a lot of thought paradigms that we have been stuck in for so long. Have a great Wednesday. You can check me out at www.narcissistnirvana.com or find me here on Wednesdays